South Carolina State with hip, and away we go. Damari Monsanto takes his place in the starting lineup, making his first start on the season. Here's Monsanto, fires a three and connects to open the score. Getting it done on the defensive end, swiped away by Monsanto, so an instant impact after getting inserted to the starting lineup for the first time this season. Hildreth on the blow-by.
So Wake comes out, they are in man-to-man. Davian Williamson not being in the lineup certainly could be an area of concern with South Carolina State wanting to pressure. And Jay, we could sense the frustration that he just, look, he wants to move on, he said, but that's one he said that they should definitely have won that game. Certainly, though, some teachable moments.
Jake LaRavia and Alondis Williams, who were two of the best scorers in the ACC. South Carolina State doing a great job getting to the rim.
Really excited about what he is going to be able to bring to this Wake Forest team.
Another great look inside, count it, plus the foul. Their buckets coming from inside.
Yeah, and right here again, another little backdoor cut.
Wake Forest has not made a field goal in the last 2:30. Hildreth trying to change that, and he does.
He's looking for guys that are a fit, and that's what he thinks he found in Tyree Appleby as well, too.
1 second on the shot clock. South Carolina State heaves it up, and it falls. South Carolina State has missed all 10 threes they've taken. They are ice cold right now. And yet Wake Forest keeps turning it over. All the way to the rack, a steal and an easy layup. Here's Carr in attack mode. And he finally... off the window and in. Hildreth right to the rack. Count it, plus the foul. The line to try and complete the three-point play when we come back. Hildreth doing it all for the Demon Deacons right now. The south coast of England. He's got some great international experience, played for the under-16, under-18 British national teams over in the UK. Appleby would be this quiet. Right on cue, fires a three and hits it. Sometimes you got to talk about him to make the shot come alive. Was slow on the trigger tonight, but got a great look and knocked it down.
Defensively, though, again, as we talked about some of the ball movement, them not settling for jumpers, but defensively, Wake.
Great pass. What a block from behind. And South Carolina State's had success in transition through the spin cycle. Couldn't quite finish it. Kick to the corner, Monsanto drills it from three. Damari Monsanto doesn't draw irons for South Carolina State. They're scoreless in the last 3 minutes here. Right inside, count it, plus the foul. He has 4 assists tonight to go along with 7 points. Wake Forest on a 10-0 run as they start to widen the gap. Much needed bucket for the Bulldogs there. Not only getting to the foul line, but making them count.
Yeah, and I think the big thing, the patience. Again, they've had times as South Carolina State finally gets a 3 to go.
Like a safety in football, read it well, has it back for Wake Forest. Appleby fires from the corner and hits.
He is going to be fun to watch in the ACC, and it looks like Steve Forbes has found himself another good one. In particular in that loss, defensive breakdowns and then just can't turn the ball over. Thus far, though, in this game, they've been okay.
And that's now 6 offensive rebounds for the Bulldogs in this first half. Deep three.
At 48 points, most points in a half so far this season for Wake Forest.
Even more impressive when you consider they're doing it without. 8 seconds to shoot. Appleby. Pull-up pop from deep. Oh, and he buries it. Tyree Appleby.
Rerun your offense, and no need to force it back up in that situation.
Tough take, and somehow it goes.
They're going to need more of that in the second half to try to claw back into this game.
If you take away the three-point shooting numbers as Hildreth connects on a triple.
Turnovers and three-point shooting really have hurt them. And that's one, again, even if you're open, the numbers say you are not shooting the ball at a high clip.
Stolen away. Appleby again. Dispossessed. Appleby lost the handle, and it leads to an and one the other way. Even with that miss from Monsanto, still shooting well above 50% from deep. And another and one opportunity coming for South Carolina.
Looking to tighten up.
Best stretch of the night for South Carolina State on a 6-0 run over the last minute. And it ends with a hammer from Andrew Carr.
Really looking forward to him matching up against some of these really good backcourts. That's a beautiful dime, though. Hesitation move, and then
6 fouls in the first 4 minutes of this second half. They've done a nice job getting to the rim, though.
And what an experience it is for these young men. And you know, Steve Forbes, as you said, is big on that. Again, bigger than basketball. Want to educate these guys, get them thinking about other things. And you're absolutely right. The chemistry, and you know, when you talk about Appleby, that's when he said, "Look, I knew how guys were reacting with him, how he was interacting with the team. That I had a leader."
You know, the one thing that he said that I agreed with, Malcolm, is that right now you can only take a trip once every 4 years. Why can't you give this experience to these kids every year? And it doesn't have to be Europe. It can be parts of our own country. It's a great point because they get so much out of it.
Absolutely.
His group really paid attention to the guided tours and really got a lot out of it. Right to the rim, making it look easy. And scoring is picked up in Winston-Salem. Wake has made 3 in a row. South Carolina State has now made their last 7 for the Bulldogs. This offense has come to life in the second half. Right down the other way, Andrew Carr.
Other guys involved. That's an unselfish play by Appleby in transition.
Edwards pull-up pop, and it bounces in. And now Appleby, so dangerous in transition. Trailing in perfect position, Bobi Klintman, the freshman, lays it up and in.
Did I just hear Wake Forest head coach Steve Forbes say oyster stew? And there were a lot of weird answers there. I'm going to have him bring us some next time we see him. I mean, I've never even heard of it, let alone as a Thanksgiving side.
Well, I got to go with my wife's mac and cheese. That's first #1 there, and then cannolis. Does that count as a side? I got hooked on cannolis in Italy.
Bizarre as oyster stew when it comes to a Thanksgiving meal. I'm easy. I just like a little green bean casserole.
5 seconds to shoot. South Carolina State has now scored more points in the second half already. So with 9 minutes left in it than they had in all of the first half. Up high again, gathered and slammed home.
Everybody getting involved in the action. again in transition. Wake Forest jumpers and the ACC. Some technical difficulties with his mic, so I'm rolling solo here, but it has been all Wake Forest tonight. They're now up to 20% from the three-point line, 4 for 20. It was a struggle, but not for Wake Forest. That puts them 53% from the three-point line. They've had some high-quality looks. They continue to shoot the ball really well. Another alley-oop dunk, to me, is what is going to make him a very special player for this Wake Forest team. But certainly, other guys picked it up. Cam Hildreth, big game for Wake Forest.
Wake Forest tonight.
I think offensively, the amount of guys really good, and I think the most impressive thing, similar to Alondas Williams, he's a guy that can score, but also can set his teammates up.
He just needs to be Tyree Appleby. You know, you're not going to replace LaRavia and Williams.
And that's the good, Jay. And I do think, though, they have to take care of the ball better. I think the turnovers, again, still there's some question marks around that. And I think defensively there's still a work in progress. Six players in double digits for Wake Forest. South Carolina State, again, they're going to come up short again. Coach Eric Martin, his guys did not stop fighting, and certainly this is trying to get them prepared for conference play. But it was all Wake Forest tonight. Steve Forbes wanted his guys to come out with some energy.